Hello Year 2, it's Miss Buckley here, and I'm going to be teaching you your science lesson today. And in your lesson, you are going to be sharing your current knowledge and understanding of a topic. And during this lesson, you will be able to name a variety of materials. You'll be able to describe the properties of the different materials, and you will know that materials are suitable for a specific use. So, as I said, we are looking at materials. And I know we've looked at materials before, so I know that all of you, every single one of you, are very, very, very knowledgeable about materials. And I want you to have a think about what materials do you know? So the different materials that I know that there's wood. I know that another type of material is brick. We have rubber, we have fabric, we have metal, we have paper, we have glass. There are many, many different types of materials. And also, what are their properties? So I know that wood can be very hard. Okay, I know that glass is see-through. You can look through glass. I know that paper is flexible. You can move paper in lots of different directions. It's not rigid, it's flexible, and you can move it, okay? I know that rubber is very squishy, okay? Very squishy, very soft, very rubbery, we could say. So I want you to have a think of the different materials you know and have a think about their properties as well. Okay. So now we are going to have a look at our KWL grid. And as you know, at the beginning of a topic, we always complete a KWL grid. And the K in KWL stands for what I know. So that's when you tell me all the different things you know about the uses of everyday materials. The W in KWL stands for what I want to know. So this is where you're going to tell me what you would like to find out. What would you like to know at the end of this topic? What are the different things you would like to know about the uses of materials when we finish this topic? And then the L, we don't complete that just yet. We complete this at the end. This is when you tell me what you have learnt. Okay, so the L stands for learnt. But as this is the first lesson of our new topic, uses of everyday materials, we are just going to focus on the K and the W. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to, in a minute, pause this video, and if you would like, you can draw a grid that is very similar to mine, that has a K as the header of one column, the W as the header of another column, and the L as the header of the third column. Or you can just write the titles, what I know and what I want to know. Pause the video now, please, and have a go at doing that. Okay, so now you have written your titles or you have drawn your grid. We are going to complete the first two columns or the first two titles in our KWL grid. So, firstly, what I know. So I want you to have a think of all the different things you know about the uses of materials. So for example, as I said previously, I know that glass is see-through. I know that rubber is squidgy or rubbery. I know that because glass is see-through, we can use glass to make windows because then you can see through them. I know that because rubber is squidgy or rubbery, they make very good tires on cars and on bicycles because they are able to grip the road, so the cars and the bicycles do not slip off the road. So, firstly, please complete the first column, what I know, and then return back, and we're going to complete the second column, what I want to know. Okay, so now you have written all the different things you know about the uses of materials, and year two, I know that you know so much about it. Now, this is where you get really, really creative. This is where you think of all the different things you want to know about the uses of materials. So before, I said that I know that glass is used for windows because you can see through them. I would like to know what might happen if we use wood as a material to make windows out of, or what will happen if I was to use plastic as a material to make windows out of. So that's what I would like to know. I would like to know what would happen if I was to use metal as a tire on a bicycle. I would like to know what would happen if I use plastic as a remote control, thin plastic as a remote control. So have a think of all the different things you might want to find out during this topic. Be as creative as you can possibly be and write them in the second column or underneath your second heading of what I want to know. Off you go. Fantastic. Once you've done that, please take a picture and send it to your class teachers so they can have a look at your amazing thing. Okay, so now we have received a letter, and we know that it is a letter because it has the address at the top and it says Winterbourne Nursery Infant School, Thornton Heath, Croydon, Surrey, CR7 7QT. It has the date, which is Sunday the 2nd of September, 1666. That is a very, very, very prominent date in history, a very important date in history. Right, let's have a read of this letter. It says, Dear Year 2, I am writing because I need your help. London is burning. The fire started on Pudding Lane, and because the houses are made of wood and are close together, they are all burning down. We have tried to fill buckets of water from the River Thames, but they have holes in. What can we do? We need a material to cover the holes in the buckets, but we are unsure of what material to use. Please help us. Yours sincerely, Samuel Pepys. Ooh, I wonder what material they can use. Have a think. Have a think about what materials they might be able to use and why you think they can use that material. And I would like you to write a sentence, and I have a sentence starter, a sentence stem here for you. And it says, I think they could use, and you're going to write the name of the material in this space, because, and you're going to explain to me why you think they can use that material. And what you are doing now, you are making a prediction, okay? So before we do any testing, before we look into it a little bit further, you are using your prior knowledge, you are using what you already know to predict the material that they can use, and you are explaining your knowledge by explaining why they can use that material. Okay, so do you think they can use wood? If you do, you're going to write wood in there and then tell me why. Do you think they can use plastic? If you do, you're going to write plastic in there and you're going to tell me why you think they can use plastic. Or if you think they can use a different material, you're going to write the material in there and then explain to me why. Off you go. Fantastic, well done. Now again, take a picture of your amazing learning and send it in to your class teacher. Materials have lots of different properties which describe what they are like. The properties of materials help you think about their suitability for different objects. And what I have now to finish off our lesson is I have a video that I would like you to watch. I have the link for the video here, so you can ask your adult, or even you, year 2, you should be able to do this. You can copy this link and type it into the internet, or you can ask your adult to look at our remote learning timetable, and they can click directly onto the link from there and it would take you straight to the video. That might be the easiest option. And while you're watching the video, I want you to have a think of the different materials you can see, and I want you to tell your adult the different materials you can see. I want you to tell your adult the properties of those materials, so describe those materials to your adult. And I also want you to tell your adult the different objects that those materials are suitable for, okay? So have a watch of that video, talk to your adults about those very important things, and please remember to send your work to your class teachers. Thank you.